everybody. Hope you're fine. I am Miss Khulud. Today we are going to revise chapter 2 and chapter 3 in the story about Black Beauty and Anna Sewell. Let's remember the characters together. Anna Sewell. Who is Anna Sewell? She was born in England in 1820. When she was a child, she had an accident that damaged her legs and she couldn't walk, but she learned to drive a horse and a carriage. She loved horses that helped her to travel around, and she decided to write a book about the life of working horses. Okay, we have revised before chapter 1. Today we are going to revise chapter 2 together and chapter 3. Let's have some questions and answers. Why do you think Black Beauty liked pulling the small carriage? Why do you think Black Beauty liked pulling the small carriage? Yes, because it was light and easy to pull. Because it was light and easy to pull. Why do you think it was harder to return home after the business journey? Why do you think it was harder to return home after the business journey? Yes, as the weather was very bad. Also, a big tree fell across the road. Also, a big tree fell across the road. Why do you think Black Beauty didn't cross the bridge? Why do you think Black Beauty didn't cross the bridge? Yes, as he felt there was something wrong with it and it wasn't safe. As he felt there was something wrong with it and it wasn't safe. Yes, okay. How do you think the man who shouted from the other side saved John, and Black Beauty? How do you think he saved him? Yes, he asked them not to cross the bridge as it was broken in the middle. He asked them not to cross the bridge as it was broken in the middle. Okay. Why do you think Jordan was happy when they got out of the wood after the business journey? Why do you think it was happy? Why do you think he was happy? Yes, as it was difficult to return home safely during the bad weather. As it was difficult to return home safely during the bad weather. Okay. Why do you think Square Jordan tried to make Black Beauty cross the bridge? Why do you think Square Jordan tried to make Black Beauty cross the bridge? Yes, because he didn't know the bridge was broken, so he wanted to continue the journey back home. Why do you think Square Jordan tried to make Black Beauty cross the bridge? Yes, because he didn't know the bridge was broken, so he wanted to continue the journey back home. Okay. Why do you think Black Beauty's journey with Square Jordan and John was difficult? Why do you think it was difficult? Yes, because of the bad weather, the broken bridge, and the big tree which fell across the road. Because of the bad weather, the broken bridge, and the big tree which fell across the road. Yes, okay. Do you think Black Beauty saved Square Jordan and John's life? How? Yes, I think so. Because he refused to cross the broken bridge. Yes, because he refused to the to cross the broken bridge. Okay. Why do you think John asked Black Beauty to leave the step? Why do you think John asked Black Beauty to leave the step? Yes, as he was in danger. As he was in danger. Do you think Black Beauty saved Ginger's life? Yes, why he called out for her to make her leave the burning building. Yes, he called out for her to make her leave the burning building. How do you think the two different journeys difficult? How do you think the two different journeys difficult? Yes, because they were full of troubles and dangers. They were full of troubles and dangers. Okay. Why do you think people can't control horses? Why do you think people can control horses? Because horses are very strong and fast animals. Because horses are very strong and fast animals. Okay. Do you think that the young rider was careless? Do you think that the young rider was careless? Why and why not? Yes, because he smoked a cigarette and made the horses in danger. Because he smoked a cigarette and made the horses in danger. Why do you think Black Beauty felt uncomfortable in the instep as air was unnatural because of the smoke of the fire? Because of the smoke of the fire. Okay. Why do you think that John was gentle and quiet with the horses when he wanted them to leave the steps? Why do you think that John was gentle and quiet with the horses when he wanted them to leave the steps? I think he did not want the horses to be worried, so to leave the burning building. I think he didn't want the horses to be worried to leave the burning building. Why do you think that John was able to take the horses from the burning stables? Why do you think that John was able to take the horses from the burning stables? I think because he was quiet and gentle. I think so because he was quiet and gentle. That made them stop feeling frightened and follow him out of the building. That made them stop feeling frightened and follow him out of the building. Why do you think that moving horses when there is a fire is very hard? Why? Yes, because at that time they are frightened and it is difficult to control horses in these bad conditions or in these bad situations. In these bad situations. Why do you think the horses wanted to stay in the steppes although there was a fire? Why? I think they were afraid and worried as they didn't know where they would go. Yes, they don't know where they can go. Okay, let's have some other questions together. Why do you think John was grateful to Square Jordan? Why do you think John was grateful to Square Jordan? Because Square Jordan looked after him as well as any parent when he was young boy with no family. This is a very important question. Why do you think John was grateful to Square Jordan? Because Square Jordan looked after him as well as any parent when he was young boy with no family. Why do you think John wrote Black Beauty quickly? Yes, to bring Dr. White to save Jordan's wife. To bring Dr. White to save Jordan's wife. Do you think Joe was responsible for making Black Beauty sick? Yes. How? As he did not put a blanket on him when he was hot and gave him cold water to drink and gave him cold water to drink. Why do you think Square Jordan wanted John's helper to be older? Because he thought he was young for this job. Because he thought he was young for this job. Why do you think Joe caused Black Beauty's illness? Why do you think Joe caused Black Beauty's illness? Because he didn't put a warm blanket on him and he gave him cold water. And he gave him cold water. Joe didn't know how to deal with Black Beauty well. What do you think of this? Yes, I think this is usual because he had no experiences with horses. Why do you think Joe felt sorry for Black Beauty's illness? Because he thought he's responsible for his illness. Because he thought he is the one who is responsible for his illness. Do you think that John was a kind man to Joe? Yes, why? Because he wanted to look after him and wanted him to have a good job and a good living. Because he wanted to look after him and wanted him to have a good job and a good living. Why was Black Beauty not able to rest after John rode him to get a doctor in the night? Because the doctor didn't have a horse, so he had to ride Black Beauty back again. So he has to ride Black Beauty back again. Do you think that 14 is too young to learn to do a job? No, Why? Because boys in that age like learning new things. Because boys in that age like learning new things. Why do you think Mr. Jordan and his wife left England? Why? Because the doctor advised Mrs. Jordan to live in a warmer place. Because the doctor advised Mrs. Jordan to live in in a warmer place. Why do you think the people at the country home of Square Jordan became sad? Yes, because Mr. Jordan and his wife were going to leave England. We're going to leave England. Is it right to tell the police about the bad behavior of people against horses? Yes. Why? Because we should all treat horses kindly. Because we should treat horses kindly. Okay. Why do you think England wasn't a good place for Mrs. Jordan to live in? Because it's cold in London and that was bad for her health. Because it's cold in London and that was bad for her health. Okay, do you think the driver of the carriage near the factory was kind to the horses? No. Why? Because he hit the horses with hard what? Because he hit the horses with a hard whip. Okay, do you think we should learn from our mistakes? Yes, because the people who don't learn from their mistakes don't make success in life. Yes. Why do you think John said that Joe Green looked taller? Joe learned because Joe learned from his mistakes. John was pleased with him and Joe felt happier, and Joe felt happier. Why do you think Square Jordan sold his horses? Because his wife was very ill and needed to live in a warmer place, so he had to leave England. I hope so. You like the story. Please remember these questions and revise them. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you very much.